Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder, to Napalm's newest news. And today we have the first dev block for the new patch that doesn't include any sort of ships. It is about the American Bradley ADATS want to rule them all. No, it's not about a strange golden ring, it is about a multi-purpose vehicle in War Thunder that is based on the Bradley chassis. So, first of all, if you want to know how the Bradley works in terms of the 25mm gun that it has, the mobility, the survivability, etc., go and check out my tank review on it that is still valid and which I have linked in the video description down below, as well as this dev block being linked down in the video description. And I now go on to compare this vehicle briefly with the Tunguska and also explain first of all what it is. So first of all, as you can see, it is like the Bradley, so it's not really the smallest types of vehicles anyway, and it has now a much higher profile with a raised 25mm, and on top of this, quite literally, you have a spinning thing that is a radar antenna. That means that you can now guide those 8, missiles. And they are not just missiles like on the Tunguska, they are actually ATGM, radar-guided ATGMs. And I think that I can read this from here, the dev block, where it says that it has 900mm of penetration versus rolled homogeneous armor. That is quite a lot. So basically, they are hot missiles, radar guided with a proximity fuse, whereas the difference to the Tunguska is that it has HE missiles with a radar guidance and proximity fuses. So the damage effect is, versus very lightly armored stuff, pretty much the same. But when it comes to main battle tanks, the Tunguska has the splash mechanic advantage, whereas then the heat missiles actually can be absorbed by very good composite armor, where on top of it there is era protection, where a lot of tanks have this, especially the Russians, which you will most likely face. The 25mm will have a PCR even in the stock belt, which is great. So again, I think this is, believe it or not, a fun addition, and I think it delivers more balance. Yes, I know that we still can talk about balance in terms of automatic and Tunguska and gun breach terror. Thunder is still a bit amusing to myself. But aside from this, there are people that are really into top tier, that are really into the modern MBTs and stuff. And for them, this will now equalize the playing field. Now, why do I say this? Because simply the advantage that the automatic and the Tunguska gave their respective nations was that they cleared the sky for one side, but not for the other, giving one side the CAS advantage by default. And now every side has a lot of very good anti-aircraft vehicles that also can harass MBTs effectively. You know my beloved automatic, you know the Tunguska footage that I delivered. This one will be very much the same. If it can fire on the move like the automatic and also like the Tunguska, has to be seen how exactly it works out, and how big the difference to the default Bradley will be has to be seen. But now it will be more, tank RB will again be more about tanks at top tier. Who would have thought? And I hope that it will perform just fine, so that tankers actually can tank now. That's it already for me for Napalm's newest news. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.